All right, my man. State your name and let them know you on Real Talk with Nick.
My name is David Parrish, and I'm on Real Talk with Nick.
That's what's up. Nick fan.
Nick fan.
All right, man. Who's your favorite player on the New York Knicks, man?
Right now it's Obi.
Obi.
Yeah.
What you like about his game, man?
I like about his game is he got an all-around game. You know, if they just let him loosen up,
Right.
he got an all-around game. He got a perimeter game. He got a mid game, and you know he can dunk. So
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We seen that.
Right.
Now, let me ask you something, brother. When we speak of Obi, do you agree with those who compare his style of game to that of Amari Stoudemire in his prime? You see flashes of that?
yeah, I do see flashes of that. And it's pretty decent too, man. Because having said that, why you said that is he do because he got a mid game and he got a 3-pointer. But see, Stoudemire get his 3-pointers. So he got late in his years. But OB got a 3-pointer already. So
Oh, I haven't followed Amari before he came to the Knicks.
right.
You know, I'm not even going to hold you. But okay. And when we speak of that power forward position, because we all know we got JR who starts with the power forward. We got Obi in the backcourt, man. How do you feel about Julius Randle, man? Overall performances compared to when we was the 4th seed to this year, and what should we do with him, man?
Well, Julius Randle let the fans get to him. If he would have just played his game like he did, you know, and started letting people get under his skin, he'd have actually performed again this year. But he let the fans get under his skin because he wasn't performing up to what he did, and when we was the 4th seed.
Right.
So he let the fans get up under his skin, and his attitude just he had that I don't give a fuck attitude, you know.
Right. So should we give him another chance to redeem himself, or should we?
You gotta give him a chance, but he has to know too that Obi is on his heels. Obi is on his heels, so he gonna, you know what I'm saying? He gonna have to perform. If we give him a chance, he gonna have to perform because Obi is right there.
Obi's right there.
Obi's right there, bro.
Now, we re-signed Julius Randle. We gave him an extension.
Right.
We gave him $117 million for 4 years. Some say once he got the bag, he lacked. You know?
Yeah, he did because he thought last year would come straight into this year, and it didn't because what happened was he woke people's eyes up, so they started playing him different. When they started playing him different, he didn't know how to how can I say
adjust.
Right, he didn't know how to adjust the game, so he got frustrated.
Now,
when he got frustrated, you know, he got that I don't care attitude, you know.
Okay. So what that means for Obi? Because there's some Knicks fans who concerned about Obi's future as a Knickerbocker.
Well, Obi's future is bright. That's why I said if Julius Randle don't get it together, he'll be out of here this year. He'll be out of here probably mid season. They probably get rid of him if they can get rid of him.
If they can get rid of him.
Yeah, because you know he got that big contract. Everybody gonna take that, you know.
Absolutely.
Right.
So meanwhile, while Julius Randle was playing, that leaves Obi like caught up.
Right. That's
because he's not going to get the minutes.
But you see, when he got the minutes this year, when they sat Julius Randle down for like the last 10 games, you seen Obi emerge.
Yeah, Obi was getting busy.
You seen him emerge, man.
Right.
30, 32, 45, 42.
Right.
He's dropping it.
Okay. Now, R.J. Barrett. What come to mind when you speak of R.J. Barrett, man? When he was in a draft class with Ja Morant, Zion Williams, we got R.J.
Right.
How you felt about that?
R.J. Barrett is good, but I think they tried to do a little too much. When Randle couldn't perform like he did last year, R.J. tried to do a little too much.
In what way?
Meaning that between him and Randle, they both is lefties. So they both go to their left too damn much. If they can develop a right hand, if RJ can develop a right hand like he's supposed to, it'd be dangerous.
But we seen splashes this season with him going to his right.
Yeah, but it wasn't strong like it wasn't strong like he go to his left. You know, he always hesitate to go to his right. He'll go left before he even try to go right. But if he can mix his game, like if he can start going right, it throw a lot of people off his game, and his game will emerge even more.
Okay, what you think about RJ mid-range shot?
His mid-range shot is pretty decent now. He because not last year. Was it last year? Well, when he came into the league, he didn't have no mid-range game. Now he got a mid-range game. So he working on it, though. You can give him that.
Okay.
You give him that.
Now, when we talk about the Knicks center and Mitchell Robinson, man, and then you got Noel. I mean,
Noel's still hurt. He stay hurt. So I don't know. They probably don't even bring Noel back because remember they only signed him for that 1 year.
right,
So because he's a free agent this year. So
right.
I don't know if they're gonna bring him back. Mitchell Robinson, he got a future. They just gotta let him play his game too because they just got him as well. Basically, they really got all the mid-range games they can really need. So he can just. But I just think if he get a little mid-range jump shot, his game would be better, much better.
Are you impressed with him not being so quick to foul out? I mean, you see
he came a long way from his first year. From his first 2 years, he came a long way because he could stay in the game now. Before he was jumping at everything,
right?
And when he's jumping at everything, he's getting in foul trouble a lot.
Okay, now I want to talk about coaches, man. We had a lot of coaches under the Knick umbrella.
Yeah.
You had your Jeff Hornaceks, your Dave Fizdales, your Mike D's,
The coach, he's really good, but my thing is
when we speak of Tom Thibodeau.
Right. When you speak of Tom Thibodeau, he plays his starters too long. He got to learn how to start playing his bench. Because if he don't start playing his bench, by the time if we get to the playoff, they'll be burnt out already. That's what he did in Chicago. That's what he did in what was that?
What, Boston?
No, not Boston. He never went to Boston.
He was a Boston coach.
Yeah?
Yeah, I believe he was.
Okay, well, what was it? Who played? Jesus.
You had Jimmy Butler. He played with.
Yeah, that was in Chicago.
Yeah.
And then Jimmy Butler went over to what was that?
Oh, he played.
He played over in the Midwest. What was
Marcus Saul.
Was it Marcus Saul? It was What's
No.
The center that just that what's your name beat out. They jeez.
Well, we get to that.
Right.
I don't want to dwell on that.
Yeah, I can't remember his name. Remember that coach?
But the coach, you don't like his coaching. You think he don't develop the youth?
He plays like Mike D'Antoni. He coaches like Mike D'Antoni. Mike D'Antoni sticks with his 5 too long. He burns his players out. By the time at the end of the year, they burnt out. You know what I'm saying? If he plays his bench more, he will see that he will have them, and when it comes to playoff time, he will have them kind of fresh. He just plays them too much.
But how come it worked when we was the 4th seed though? That's what I don't understand. Like,
well, you gotta understand it was the COVID seat, the COVID thing, the end of the bubble. So everybody was locked in. The Knicks players was locked in. A lot of them players wasn't really locked in like that. You see when they opened it up, and the Knicks players get to move around and do this, do that. They wasn't locked in like they supposed to. That's what happened this year.
Okay. Now, when we speak of point guards, Knicks is in need of a point guard.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah. But I like what's the guy with the braids?
Man, Quickly.
I like Quickly, man.
But he's a 2 guard. But do you see
guard,
flashes of him being a point guard?
Yes. You see when they start letting him play with Obi, that opened up a lot of avenues, man. When he started playing with Obi, because him and Obi is like,
right?
Yeah, they real close. So that's how Obi game got opened up when he started letting Quickly play, man.
What do you say to those who say that Quickly need a little bit more?
Yeah, he need a little more
mentoring.
Polishing. Yeah, he need more polishing.
If we would even consider him as a point guard because he passes the rock. No, he shoots too much. Excuse me. Like he shoots before he passes, man.
No, Quickly actually. But you gotta understand, Quickly came in as a shooting. He came as a shooter. He didn't come as a guard.
Correct.
See, they trying to put him into a guard position. He's not really a guard. He's a guard, but he's a shooting guard.
Right.
It's a difference. He played 2. So now they're trying to, put him into that pass first, shoot later.
Right.
But it's gonna take him a minute. I think he figured it out about this season.
Yeah.
He done figured it out.
Okay. Now I know you saw the series between the Atlanta Hawks and the New York Knicks when Knicks got eliminated.
Yeah.
Who gets the blame for that series, man?
But Atlanta?
Yeah.
What it is they couldn't defend the pick and roll. The pick and roll killed them. They had nobody could defend it because once what's the little guy name from Atlanta?
Trae Young.
Once he you see what he did to Philly? He did the same thing to Philly. You know, remember when they knocked Philly out that same year?
Right.
And Philly was much better than us.
Right.
And they knocked
Absolutely.
Philly out.
Absolutely.
Because they couldn't defend the pick and roll. The pick and roll. If they can get that defending the pick and roll, they'd be good, man. They'd be all right. It's just that they can't defend that pick and roll. That pick and roll kills them every time, man.
Damn.
It kills them. And Randle, he don't play too much defense like he's supposed to. He don't play that defense like that. You know, his whole thing is he want to play offense. Since he done became an offensive player all of a sudden, now he want to play offense all the time. But when he came into the league, he was a defensive player. That's how he got in the league, as a defensive player.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
you know, being that he emerged as an offensive player, now he think, well, I ain't really got to play no defense. Everybody else can play. But that pick and roll kills him, man.
So being that the pick and roll kills him, if he don't adjust to that and he don't fix that, we might have to package.
We're gonna have to trade him. That's if anybody want to take that contract. That's the thing.
So that's why I'm saying Obi is in a tight situation, man.
Nah,
because
listen,
if no one picks up on Julius Randle, he's not gonna want to sit on that bench, man.
No, he's not gonna sit on the bench. But what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to try to play them together, or you're gonna have to play them maybe one play the first quarter, one play the second quarter. You're gonna have to do it like that. That's why you're gonna have to do it, because you can't afford to sit Obi no more. Obi done let you know, listen, my game is coming. You know, and Julius Randle, he almost 29, be 30.
Right.
Gotta go with the younger player. You know how I go.
Yeah.
You know how I go.
I feel you. And we're almost there, OG. When we speak of players like Cam Reddish, man. Are you aware of Cam Reddish, player that came from Atlanta?
Yeah. He's pretty decent. He's pretty decent. If he wouldn't have got hurt, he's pretty decent. I think he got a good game.
You think so?
Yeah. I didn't want to lose. What was the rookie that we drafted, and we sent them to Atlanta for Reddish? But he's a little more. Reddish is a little more advanced than the one we sent over there. I forgot his name, man.
I know you're
what was
talking
his
about.
name? Yeah, the young, the light skinned guy. I forgot.
You're talking about Kevin Knox.
Knox. Exactly.
Do you think Kevin Knox? Speaking of Kevin Knox, and players like Frank Ntilikina, do you think they got the short end of the stick, man? Because when they came to the Knicks, they was coached under three different.
Yeah, two coaches. Yeah, you're right. My thing was Knox. The reason why Knox didn't really play too much because his defense wasn't good enough. But I think he got an offensive game, but they want him to play a little more defense than he played. So that's why they traded Knox for Reddish. See, Reddish got a little defensive game, you know, and he's a little, he's a little linkier.
Right.
And he played with RJ and all of them, so they like, okay, they played with them in college, so.
Right.
You know?
And nail in the coffin, man. If Derrick Rose wasn't injured, man.
If Derrick Rose wasn't injured, we would have made the playoffs.
You think so?
We would have made it. We would have made the playoffs. We would have made it.
Yeah?
Yeah, we would have made it. But my thing is...
How many more games more you think we would have won?
If he wasn't injured, we would have won at least 10 more games. I get 10 more games.
You're the second person I interviewed who said that.
Yeah, at least 10 more.
You hit it right on the mark. They said 10, at least 10.
Yeah, at least 10 more games.
Yeah?
Yeah, we would have won at least 10 more games. We'd have made the playoffs.
Okay. And this is it, man.
At least we'd have made the play-in.
This is it, man. How you feel about them bum-ass... Yo, I hate the Brooklyn Nets with a passion. I got to say this because, Kevin Durant, I thought he was going to come to the Knicks. And don't get me wrong, man. Kevin Durant is a great player. We all know that. But his heart is questionable, man.
You got to understand, man. The media in New York is treacherous. And his thing was, if he was going to go to New York, he wasn't going to the Knicks. He was going over to Brooklyn. Because the media is, man, the media is something harsh here, man. They something harsh. You can see how Randle was acting this year.
Right.
They harsh, man.
Right.
You see when he gave the thumbs down and all that he was doing?
Right.
They harsh, man. If you ain't performing, they gonna get on you. But if they see you play hard, they might, lean up off you. But they harsh when you ain't playing right, man. Look at Patrick Ewing. Look at Patrick. You understand?
Yeah. And with that being said, man, I want to thank the OG for coming on Real Talk with Nick, talking nothing but Nick basketball, man.
No doubt, brother.
It's a pleasure.
Appreciate you.
And we out. Peace.